Hey guys, welcome to Operation Crypto. Price analysis today on Ethereum. The merge has now triggered and happened, and those first two epochs that we were monitoring have successfully gone through with no misses at all. So things are looking good for Ethereum. In terms of technical analysis wise, probably not as good. We have had a little bounce, but it's nothing to get too excited about. But let's have a look at the charts here. Plenty going on this chart, which I'll try and break down for you. So let's get rid of these. These are all major points that I've talked about on the last stream, really. But if you're looking at current price action, I've got a few local levels. So these dotted lines signify local levels. So this is one that we bounced off today. This is a daily time frame. We bounced off around $1,585. So $1,585. We have bounced off that area there. And as you can see, I mean, not precisely, but this area around here has been that support level where the price has been reacting and pushing to the upside. I mean, if this market wasn't in the way it was currently, I mean, globally, economically, everything's in shit state. But what has happened with Ethereum is massive. I mean, taking away that mining, that GPU side of Ethereum, it's something that it can't be talked about lightly. It's something massive. It's probably one of the biggest events in crypto history. Also, it knocks off around 0.2% of global electricity usage. So the price is not reflecting how good this news is, but that's the market we are in, and that's what we've got to currently monitor. So let's have a look at a few scenarios. We've obviously got price action to the downside, price action to the upside, and you would expect that we are in a downtrend and that would continue, but at some stage the markets will bounce to the upside. Let's have a look at some levels where we can buy in first. So firstly, this level here, $1,500, it is a given that we're bouncing off it a few times. Below that, we've got another area of support, which is a nice level. As you can see, it was a support level, then we bounced up and rejected. Support here and support here. So we've had no candle close below that for a while since we got back above it, and it is showing that $1,420 is that new support level and where the price is reacting. So if the price does come down and does a full retracement of this entire move, that's the area you're going to look at for your buys. But then just ladder them down. I've got two major levels of support, which are, I believe, major weekly levels. If you look at this one down here, that's where we dropped to 920. That is a major level. I don't think personally that will come down to that level again, but who knows? You know what this global situation's like. The entire world is pretty much fucked at a minute. And then we've got another big solid weekly level here at 1274, so $1,200. 920, but for me, I'm looking for this area here. I mean, if we do get some a touch to the downside, that would be that third time we touch that area, and I think it will be a decent area for you to look to potentially open some longs or even just buy in spot for long term. So there areas I'd potentially buy, just coinciding with that, the RSI is pretty much slap in the middle, so we're showing we've got further legs to the upside and downside with equal measure. Looking at the MA20 and MA50, yeah, we had that downward spike, but we've been going sideways, a little pump, and who knows, we'll get a moving average crossover soon on that daily time frame, which would signify something more substantial. And if you're looking at this on the 3-day time frame, we've had that bearish cross obviously back on the 22nd of January. That's when the market started to shit the bed from all-time highs, and we have started to come down close for those moving averages to cross there back in April, but then the price did continue to drop to the downside, and now we are heading into hopefully a narrowing of those moving averages. The closer these get, the more your price you're going to see start to rise, and hopefully potentially in the next few weeks and months we might start to get a push to the upside and get that moving average crossover on that 3-day time frame. A couple of things to note in terms of the Ethereum stakes being able to sell. That's going to happen in 6 to 12 months time, so this is a scenario now. We could start to get some decent price action now for the next 6 to 12 months, and then have a massive dump within that period once that selling period does come up. Coinciding with that as well, remember we've got the Mt. Gox funds still to be sold, and that could be in 6 to 12 months, so we could now get led down the garden path where we think that the bull run is potentially back on. We start to see some prices. We could see Ethereum potentially up to this region, or even maybe towards the bottom of this region, which I marked out here, around 2,300. The next then 6 months appears, price action will, I reckon, will get a significant dump within 6 to 12 months at some stage. So just monitor that and hopefully try and navigate it accordingly. But I've talked about levels to buy down here, potential scenario in the future. But also we need to have a look at sell levels, and the first major sell level is here. Let's get rid of that. This region here at 1727 is a decent area to sell in my opinion. If you look in the past, massive support region here, and it has reacted every time, support, and then it was a little bit of resistance around here, and then we blasted through it and then rejected. That is a first level to potentially accumulate, to take profit, to take some cash off the table there. And then the next level above that is this other major level of resistance, which we've used as support in the past, up at 2321. I think personally that could be a decent level for you to try and take some profit over the course of the next few weeks. We might get this post-merge pump now. We might see some positive price action come back into the market. It's what we need. One thing to note as well, in previous bull cycles, 2017, 2013, once we hit those all-time highs, the low of that move came exactly 1 year after it. So I mean, if you're looking at a chart in terms of Bitcoin, all-time high was back then, 11th of November, so you would expect the lows to be on this black line here. So we could get a push to the upside and then a slam back down towards that region. Remember, 85% drops have happened in the past, and we're not quite there on Bitcoin yet, so that could be just something to monitor. So we talked about levels to buy, levels to sell. Now let's just take a look at the ETH BTC chart, which, I mean, was looking good. We dropped to the downside and we picked back up, and I think it's basically just going sideways now. I think the market is still waiting to decide on that next major move. We keep getting up towards mid-21s and then dumping. And to be fair, over the course of the last, when was this? I mean, since the 5th of September 18, the ETH BTC pair has been falling sideways, and then going back into May of last year, we started to rally. And then it's been going sideways again. Even though we've had this drop to the downside and push back up, we've come back in towards this range. So ETH BTC, not much going on there. We are following Bitcoin, and whenever they move in tandem, the rest of the market follows it. So there's not much to take from that chart currently. I mean, if we did break loose, then you're going to look at this major area up here at 1.2. That's still quite a significant way off, to be honest. If you're looking at that region, you've got to have a 50% better move on Ethereum and Bitcoin. And to be honest, I still don't think that can happen. I think that Bitcoin is still king of the market, but who knows? We keep talking about the flip. Here's a question for you. Drop it in the comments. Do you think Ethereum will ever flip Bitcoin? In terms of technicalities, it's much stronger in my opinion. Fundamentals stack up way against it. So for me, I think it is a definitely potential, but it would be a strange situation seeing Bitcoin not on the top. That first one, that legacy asset, not being at the top, potentially might not happen. I think there's that money backing behind Bitcoin. It could be that digital gold, but the Ethereum computer is strong, and there's always that possibility that it could go to number one. I think in terms of fundamentals, it deserves to be above it. But let's wait and see. But that's it. That's my thoughts on Ethereum today. The merge has happened. So, fingers crossed, we start to see some rallies soon. We start to see the price react accordingly. And hopefully we can make a decent bit of profit now going into the next 6 months. That's it. If you're new to this channel, please make sure that you are subscribed. Hit that like button, and I'll catch you next time.